With over 60 million Americans experiencing acid reflux on a monthly basis and 15 million Americans experiencing acid reflux or heartburn on a daily basis, I thought it was time to digest all of this and see what is triggering all this acid reflux, as well as what natural remedies and protocols you can do to alleviate the symptoms of acid reflux if you're experiencing them. Now, some people call it acid reflux, some people call it GERD, and some people call it heartburn. So let's break down what that all means. So heartburn and acid reflux is basically a common medical term that can range in severity from mild to serious. Whereas GERD is a chronic, severe form of acid reflux. Doesn't really matter what label you are given or diagnosis, it's downright unpleasant, and we can look to cure this with natural remedies and alleviate the symptoms. Because most people experience the chest pain from heartburn when they're lying down or bending over, because the stomach acid travels from the stomach and backs up into your esophagus. So the esophagus is the tube that carries food from the mouth down to the stomach. We sure don't want it backing back up, and it's very unpleasant. If you feel a burning pain, that can be bothersome and painful. If you have a bitter or sour taste in your throat or mouth, you can have acid reflux or heartburn, and if it's chronic, you can have GERD. So common causes of acid reflux would be drinking alcohol, smoking, vaping, being exposed to secondhand smoke, obesity, poor posture if you're slouching over. So we always want to be cognizant of how we are sitting and standing all day. Certain medications such as calcium channel blockers, nitrates, antihistamines, asthma medications, antidepressants can also lead to triggering acid reflux, as well as these foods: fatty foods, fried foods, chocolates, garlic, raw onions in particular can irritate the lining of the esophagus, causing worsened conditions of heartburn. Caffeinated drinks, carbonated drinks, acidic foods such as citrus fruits and tomato-based foods, and spicy foods and mints. Eating large meals, as well as eating too quickly. That's where we want to be very mindful of how we're eating and make sure we're chewing and really appreciating and finding pleasure in our meals, as opposed to just getting it down because we're in a rush. Eating before bedtime, 2 hours before bedtime, is not a good idea, because then when you lay down, you can have this feeling of acid reflux. Increase in stomach acid, as well as weight gain, pregnancy, and diabetes can also attribute to this. So here's some helpful tips to help alleviate or prevent acid reflux. Avoid eating large meals 2 hours before bedtime, as well as be cognizant of how you are chewing your food. Keep a healthy weight, since extra weight can cause pressure inside the abdomen and really push on your GI tract. Eat lean meats and less simple carbohydrates, because poor carbohydrate digestion can cause acid reflux. Check if you have bacterial overgrowth in the small intestines, as that could cause acid reflux. Avoid alcohol, as drinking can worsen the condition. Avoid coffee, because that could worsen the condition. Avoid your carbonated beverages or citrus juices. And the trigger foods, such as the chocolate, the mint, the spicy foods, as well as tomato-based. And avoid vaping and smoking. Most of the time, your diet and most importantly, lifestyle factors can help relieve or cure acid reflux. Reflect on your lifestyle with regard to, are you drinking pure water? Are you getting enough sleep? How are you dealing with stress? Are you utilizing healthy stress reduction strategies? Are you meditating? Are you keeping a journal to reach optimal health? Are you reading 1 page a day in the Healthy Living Every Day, your wellness blueprint? Because this will keep healthy living on the forefront of your thoughts, where you can implement only 1 page a day. Here are some supplements that you can explore and get your approval from your medical practitioner to help with the acid reflux. Magnesium citrate, a quality probiotic. My favorite is by Claire Labs, because the probiotic can relieve out of control bacterial issues if there's too much bad bacteria as opposed to beneficial bacteria on your stomach lining, as well as L-glutamine, vitamin B6 and B12, B9 or folic acid, methionine. Ginger tea can help. Anything that helps with inflammation. There are certain herbs that you can take. Digestive enzymes with every meal, if you are experiencing acid reflux, really can help. And they even have chewable papaya enzymes to help with this. Gaia herbs make something called reflux relief. Also look at trying organic aloe vera juice, and you could have the gel form perhaps 1/4 of a cup away from food. Lily of the Desert makes an organic one. You could check other brands as well. So the digestive enzymes will help break down the foods. The aloe vera will help coat. Looking for enzymes with lipase to help break down the fats, amylase to break down the carbohydrates, protease to break down the proteins, and you have peptidase to break down the peptide proteins, which are very hard to digest. So you definitely want to look at plant sources for these enzymes, such as bromelain, which derived from pineapple, and then papaya. And then you can look at melatonin. There's some really interesting research that actually validates the benefits of melatonin with GERD. So most people understand melatonin as something to take if we're having sleep issues. And you may actually have sleep issues if you have acid reflux. But the research shows that melatonin is actually manufactured deep in the brain. And the interesting thing is the gastrointestinal tract contains up to 400 times more melatonin than secreted from the gland in the brain. Research demonstrates that melatonin has the ability to suppress excessive acid production. Now that's fascinating. I just love research. So it shields the GI lining from the destructive effects of free radicals caused by stress, toxic agents, or also causing drugs. A study showed that melatonin outperformed Zantac. That research is very interesting. So you can definitely look at natural remedies to help if you are experiencing acid reflux, heartburn, or GERD. You can also look at certain yogi teas. Just make sure they don't have any mint in them. And I would highly recommend journaling every day so you can make the connection between lifestyle factors as well as certain foods that can be triggering any acid reflux. You're here for a reason and a purpose, and to achieve all you want to achieve and to reach total wellness of mind and body, you really have to have your body and mind working together. There is a gut-brain connection. It is scientifically proven. So we want to heal the gut to always nourish the brain. I know you can do this. Remember, your health is worth it because you are worth it. Bye now.